So as we move on to the Bifrost team, I just want to reflect on some of the things I really enjoyed about the Nowhere team, especially Infinity War Thor. I was really inspired by this video right here. It's from Boilon. I'll put the link in the description. He had an interesting point about, hey, the way the character releases are coming out now, maybe you don't have to go as hard and you'll still be able to get the unlock. I was very intrigued by what he said. Again, link in the description. And I'm just going to I want to add to that conversation. So as you can see here, here's my Nowhere team. We got my main account on the top and my new account there on the bottom. We got all the members, right? We got all the members free to play on both sides of the coin there. So again, as you can see, our Infinity War Thor, we got them pretty close to the same amount of shards, right? Pretty close to the same amount of shards on both accounts. I think I did buy an orb or two with cores on each one. In addition to that, if we take a look, Korg on both accounts, there is a difference in shards that were acquired in Cosmo as well. I think that's a little bit interesting depending on how the events went, but we still got them unlocked, right? And both of my accounts are free to play, by the way. Both of my accounts are free to play. My main account, I will spend $5 for 50 character shards. None of these characters are available in that manner at this time, so we haven't spent any money to acquire them. But they weren't extraordinarily difficult to get, right? The majority of them were not extraordinarily, excuse me there, I got a throat was getting dry, so we paused, we got some water, we're back in, but they weren't extraordinarily difficult to get. So Cosmo, I believe, and Star-Lord were both 45 unlocks. Korg was a month-long event. Infinity War Thor was a Blitz character, but I liked the way they did it, man. I liked the way they did the Blitz in this particular form and fashion. So in the web store, the event that went along with that Blitz, right, I got all the way down to the end, right? See at the top there, say Little Gideon. So this is the new account. We got all the way to the end. And I don't 100% know the breakdown. I don't know what happened. I was busy. I had a busy week, I remember. So there were days when I don't even know if I got a rotation in. Was working and there's family stuff to do. And there was days when I was able to go a little bit harder. I can't do 8 rotations. Never been able to do 8 rotations. 6 has kind of been my maximum. And we were able to get it done. We're able to get it done, and that gave the unlock to the character. So the reason why I like this is because, okay, so it's usually in the evening. That's my schedule. So usually in the evening, I go into the web, not the web store, but yeah, you go into the MarvelStrikeForce.com, and I check the milestones, and they were done. They were done. So that was a signal to me that I'm done blitzing, right? The event one isn't over yet, but it's a signal to me that I'm done blitzing, and I don't mind blitzing, right? I'm one of those people that enjoy it, right? I like the grind. To me, it's good. I grew up old school, man. I used to play old school Final Fantasy and all that stuff. There's grinding involved, right? If you want to beat the game, you can just go in and beat the game. But in the old school Final Fantasy, if you want to beat the bosses, like the real bosses, right? Not the story end boss, like the real bosses, you had to go grind. So that's what I came up with. So it's not a problem for me. I don't mind it. But here was a signal to me that, again, that it's done. I don't have to do anymore. That was cool to know that I had reached the goal. It's finished. No more blitz rotations. I got to be honest. I like that. I like that. If I know that there's a goal that I can reach, cool. And if it's a different style of blitz where maybe there is no goal, it can be unlimited, but you still get like different resources, maybe different types of orbs and stuff like that. I enjoy that too. But I definitely, right, I like the limit in the sense that you know when you're done, you know when you've reached the finish line. Now, Boilon was bringing out that he doesn't enjoy blitz, and I know there's a lot of people that don't. But with this event, they gave you other ways to get the character, right? As you worked your way down, you took those online milestones, you applied them in game, you worked your way down. There was 100 shards of Infinity War Thor right here in the Intergalactic Merch booth. Right? So that's an unlock. I get it. You had to blitz to get all the way through. But still, if you did blitz some and then you used some, there's 100 shards that were available for you to use right there. In addition to that, part of the intergalactic merch booth, there's a leaderboard, right? There's leaderboard. So there's even 5 on the bottom. I cut off the bottom, but 5 shards at the bottom. So even if you just did, like you were in the top 50%, you got 15 more shards. So you still are getting right there. It looks like they're making it a little easier for people to get shards. So even if you didn't want to go super hard, you don't like blitzing, you just do a little here and a little there, it looks like there's an opportunity still available for you to get the character. There's 50 shards in the strike pass on the free to play side. 50 shards. So even if all you did is get 50 through the other methods, right? You're going to get, you got 5 in the free claim. There's 5 just for showing up in the merch booth. That's 40 left. And here's 50, right? You got to come up with 10 more. If you can just do 10 more from that point, you unlocked it. And there's still events right now. There's still events running right now that are giving shards for various characters. I'm sure we'll see some for Infinity War Thor. We just got some gameplay going here. But so I want to know what you think. I really enjoy unlocks like this. People that want to go hard can do it, and they can get a stronger character. People that are a little more casual, maybe you don't even have time, you couldn't get the unlock. The unlock is still coming, right? It'll take a little bit longer, but it's not going to take months. It's still coming, and you'll be able to get it. And for people that want to go harder still and spend even more time and even more money, they get an even stronger version of the character. And for me, like I'm saying, that's the perfect unlock. Even if it's not just Blitz, right? Even if this is something that's in some form or fashion copied throughout the rest of the events. If this is the style that Marvel Strike Force is going to, man, I love it. It reminds me of year 1, bro. That's how when the game first started, that's how I felt, man. Because I truly believe Scopely wants you to have the character. I truly believe that, right? They want you to have the character. They want you to have the toys, and they're going to have you pay for power. And I think that that's perfect. I think that that's perfect. If the toys are available to everybody, that's wonderful. And the difference between mine, yours, and someone else's is simply going to be power. And the power that you acquire has to do with your level of investment in time, money, or both. And again, I think that's the perfect way to do it, man. I think that's how the overwhelming majority of characters should be unlocked. I think that's how it, right? It reminds me, that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be in the early part of the game. Loved it, man. Loved it. So this is just my thoughts on the Nowhere team with Infinity War Thor in particular and the unlock method. But I'm really curious to hear about what you think. Do you think the characters are getting easier to unlock? Are they getting harder to unlock? If you had to make an adjustment, what would you do? How would you do it? Hopefully you're enjoying the rest of your day. It's super hot out there for some people, man. It's cool up by me now, but yo, it is super hot out there for some people, man. World breaking heat. So make sure you stay hydrated, take care of yourself, take care of your family, check in on your elders, man. Check in on your elderly, make sure they're okay in this heat. Y'all take it easy. Peace.